is coming. Okay. Thank you. Welcome to all of you. So we are about to start the Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita. So let us recite for 4 verses 8, 9, 10, and 11. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattah sarvam pravartate
सर्वं प्रवर्तते
iti
इति
matva
मत्वा
भजन्ते
भजन्ते मां
मां
बुद्धा समन्विताः
चित्तामदशास्त्राणा बोधयन्तः परस्परं
परस्परं कथयन्तश्च मां नित्यं तुष्यन्ति
तेषां सततं
युक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वं बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहम् अज्ञानतमः नाशयाम्य आत्मभावस्तो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता।
So this Chatushloki of Bhagavad Gita. Before that, we have seen in the 7th shloka, Etam vibhati yogam cha mamayoritit tattvattah so vikalpena yogena yunjate nata samshaya. If someone does know Krishna, then what will be his result? So vikalpena yogena yujyate nata samshaya. Without deviation, he will be engaged in the devotional service of mind, unalloyed devotional service. And there is na atra samshaya, there is no any doubt about this. Now, here Krishna continued mentioning that aham sarvasya prabhavo mattas sarvam pravartate iti matpabhyante maam buddha bhava samanvita.
Amarnath Prabhu, can you please read?
To whom?
Amarnath Prabhu?
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly knows this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts.
Now, see here 8, 9, 10, and 11 is Chatushloki, is nothing but the complete knowledge. So, the complete knowledge, jnana, jnana, there are 3 types of jnana. Which are the jnana? 3 types of jnana.
Sambandha abhidya prayojan.
Yeah, yes. So 8th shloka is about Sambandha Jnana. 9th shloka is Abhideya Jnana. After knowing the Sambandha, what devotee they do. And 10th is the Prayojan. Yena mam upayanti. So they dadami buddhi yogam. That means they receive buddhi yoga, prema bhakti, and they come to me. Yes. So that's the sequence. So here, aham sarvasva prabhu. Sarvasva means both spiritual and material world. Everything comes from Krishna. Mattam sarvam pravartate means everything emanates from. He is the source of everything. And one knows this. Iti matva bhajantyam buddha bhavasana. He is a real intelligent person. And his intelligence is not sattvic intelligence. What he has mentioned in the 4th and 5th shloka, buddhir jnanam asammoha, their buddhi jnanam asammoha. So all that is sattvic knowledge, sattvic buddhi. Kshama, satyam, tamas, they are sattvic. But here what he is mentioning, buddha bhama samannita, this buddhi, intelligence, is not the sattvic knowledge, but this is basically attained by the devotee, by the dint of his devotion. So, thus he becomes fixed in knowledge. That means fix in devotional service. Otherwise, deviations basically. If he's not having complete knowledge, then he is not fixed in bhakti, he gets deviated. So Srila Prabhupada used to say, the Brahmanas means Pandita, means who is learned in knowledge, and not pulling thela. He saw in Bengal, somebody was pulling the thela, but he's having Jena, and you would say probably I am Brahman, but he's pulling thela. So Prabhupada would say that no, he is actually not. Only by birth, by Upanayan Samskara, one don't become Brahmana. But one need to cultivate knowledge in one. So, um, Iti Matpa Bhajan ki Mahbudhava, he is the real intelligence. He is the real Brahman. Okay? Now, this shloka, Prabhupada thoroughly gives many references for many scriptures to prove that how Krishna is the source of everything, including all the demigods, all the planets, and everything else comes from Krishna. And he literally goes through all the Upanishads because here, why he's telling Upanishad versus quotation? Because that's why Mayavadi will not get convinced unless until you quote from Upanishad. If you quote from Bhagavatam also many proofs are there for us, but he's not quoting from Bhagavatam, he's quoting from Upanishad. Just to convince all philosophers, Brahmavadis, Mayavadi, Nirvisheshwari. Okay, purport.
A learned scholar who has studied the Vedas perfectly and has information from the authorities like Lord Chaitanya and who knows how to apply these teachings can understand that Krishna is the origin of everything in both material and spiritual worlds. And because he knows this perfectly, he becomes firmly fixed in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. He can never be deviated by any amount of nonsensical commentaries or by fools. All Vedic literatures agrees that Krishna is the source of Brahma, Shiva, and all other demigods. In the Atharva Veda Gopala Tapani Upanishad 1.24, it is said, Yo Brahmanam Vidati. Raji, this sense.
Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vai Vedamscha Gapayati Sma Krishna.
It was Krishna who in the beginning instructed Brahma in the Vedic knowledge and who disseminated Vedic knowledge in the past. Then again Narayana Upanishad says Ato Purusha Hai Vaya Narayana Kamate Prajaha Srijati Jayanti. Then the Supreme Personality Narayana desired to create living entities. The Upanishad continues Narayana.
Narayanat Brahma Jayate, Narayanat Prajapati Prajayate, Narayanat Indro Jayate, Narayanat Astu Vasapo Jayante, Narayanat Ekadash Rudra Jayante, Narayanat Dvadashaditya.
From Narayana, Brahma is born, and from Narayana, the party archers are also born. From Narayana, Indra is born. From Narayana, the 8 Vasus are born. From Narayana, 11 Rudras are born. From Narayana, the 12 Adityas are born. This Narayana is an expansion of Krishna. It is said in the same Vedas, Brahmano Devaki Putraha, the son of Devaki. Krishna is the supreme personality. Narayana Upanishad 4. Then it is said, Eko Vai Narayana Asin na Brahma na Ishvano napi Nagin Samo Nimi द्वा अपृति न कर्षति न सूर्यः. In the beginning of the creation, there was only Supreme Personality Narayana. There was no Brahma, no Shiva, no water, no fire, no moon, no stars in the sky, no sun. Maha Upanishad 1.1.2. In Maha Upanishad, it is also said that Lord Shiva was born from the forehead of Supreme Lord. Thus, Vedas says that it is Supreme Lord, the creator of Brahma and Shiva, who is to be worshipped. In Moksha Dharma, Krishna also says, Praja, Prajapati cha
प्रजापतिं च रुद्रं चापि अहमेव सृजामि वै तौ हि मां न विजानीतो मम माया विमोहितौ.
the the Prachetas, Shiva
नहीं
and
नहीं
others.
पैट्रियर्च
Sorry.
पैट्रियर्च that means प्रजापति.
Patriarchs, the
Shiva and others.
patriarchs, Shiva and others are created by me. Through they do not know that they are.
दो थ्रू नहीं दो.
Sorry. Though they do not know that they are created by me because they are deluded by my illusionary energy. In the Varaha Purana, it is also said,
नारायण परहो देवात् तस्मात् जातः चतुर्मुखः तस्मात् रुद्रो भवत् देवः स च सर्वज्ञानात् गतः
Narayana is the
ज्ञाताम्
supreme.
ज्ञाताम्.
Narayana is the supreme personality of a Godhead, and from him Brahma was born, from whom Shiva was born. Lord Krishna is the source of all generations, and he is called the most efficient cause of everything. He says, because everything is born of me, I am the original source of all. Everything is under me. No one is above me. There is no supreme controller other than Krishna. One who understands Krishna in such a way from a bona fide spiritual master with reference from Vedic literature engages all energy in Krishna consciousness and becomes a truly learned man. In comparison to him, all others who do not know Krishna properly are but fools. Only a fool would consider Krishna to be an ordinary man. A Krishna conscious person should not be bewildered by fools. He should avoid all unauthorized commentaries and interpretations on Bhagavad Gita and proceed in Krishna conscious with determination and firmness.
हाँ, हरे कृष्ण. So, after receiving this Sambandha knowledge that the Krishna is the source, that means source of everything, including ourselves. We are Anu and Krishna is Vibhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, your volume is very low. I cannot hear.
Okay. Others.
Slightly less,
Yes,
slightly less,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. Little bit more
Yes.
volume is required.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, yesterday also it was little low, but today it is very low. It's not clearly audible.
Setting output volume. Now let me know. Is there any improvement? Is there any improvement?
No,
No,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
No, Prabhuji.
What can be done? Speaker audio setting and doing whatever.
Output volume.
Yeah. Fine. I'm trying that. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama.
Now it's okay?
Now it's better. Now it's better.
Now
It's
it's
okay.
Ah,
Yes.
so there is a setting.
Thank
It's
you.
proper now? Oh. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you for noticing this. Otherwise, everybody has suffered. Thank you for being bold. Yes. So, here, after knowing this is the relationship with the Krishna, and naturally one like to hear about that person. And that's what uh, that's what Krishna is mentioning, that such a souls, those who have understood, they have gained this intelligence of buddhi, of devotion. They meditate on me, and they cannot live without me. As the fish cannot live without water, they cannot live without it. And that's what text line comes. Such a symptoms of a pure devotee, what they think, what they serve, how they are enlightened, how are they conversing with each other. Macchitta madhukata prana bodhayantah parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from
Derive,
always
derive, derive.
sorry, derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me.
Yeah. So, chitta, the consciousness of it. Chitta, their mind, always engaged. Madgata prana, their lives are devoted to. Madgata prana. Bodhayanta parasparam. Bodhayanta means preaching, conversing. Parasparam amongst each other. What they are bodhayanta kathayantascha mam nityam. They do katha about me, nityam, always. And doing this, tushyanti, they are relishing it. Cha Ramanti cha and Ramanti means they enjoy a transcendental bliss in doing so. That is what my view. So here they are enlightened. They're satisfied. So here in Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's also commentary, he mentioned that Krishna is telling that I give them knowledge so that they can understand me. And in the previous verse he mentioned, and in the next upcoming verse he will mention 10.10 also, that I will give them knowledge so that they can understand me. Then, yeah.
Shall I read Prabhuji
Uh,
purport?
I will tell you.
Yes.
So here we see that Bhakta Kathayantacha Manam Mamnityam Tushanti cha and Ramanti. They are always relish. That means for them, Krishna Katha is not happening. Even though it may be repetitive, they relish it. Yeah. तदीवरम्यं प्रचिरं नवं नवीन् तदैव शाश्वतमनसो महोत्सवम् तदैव शोकार्णवशोषणं नृणां यदुत्तमश्लोकयशोर्गीयते तदैव रम्यं रुचिरं नवं नवं तदैव तदैव शाश्वतमनसो महोत्सवम् मनसो महोत्सवम्. It's festival. Kathayantakam Tushanti Ramanti Tumi. For them it is a festival of mind. So such devotees they release this thing. On the contrary, those who don't have taste for the Krishna, they will relish more the discussion about matter, money and matter, basically, money and woman. And in fact, the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur mentioned that the devotee's absorption in doing the Krishna Katha is something very spontaneous, and they derive such a satisfaction and bliss. He gives comparison, just like a young man enjoys the beauty of a young girl. Here in the purport also, Prabhupada will mention that. Similarly, a Krishna conscious person, he enjoys Krishna Katha, discussing about Krishna. So here, uh, uh, what is sadhana stage and sadhya stage? Both stages. Sadhana, while doing sadhana and reaching to the sadhya means perfection of the sadhana. Both stages, the devotee, they relish Krishna Katha. तदैव रम्यं रुचिरं नवं नवं. Although it is repetitive Krishna Katha, but every day they feel like as if they are hearing the Krishna Katha for the first time. Navam Navam, Tadaiva Ruchiram Navam Navam, Tadaiva Shasvat Manaso Mahotsavam. Shasvat means for eternity that Manaso Mahotsav goes on. And what is the effect of such Krishna Katha? Tadaiva Shokaram Shoshanam Drunam. Being in this material world, every living entity is in Shoka. Shoka. So, and they are shedding tears. And by shedding tears, they have created an ocean. And by Krishna Katha, this ocean is dried up. What is mentioned? Tadaiva Shoka Arnava. Shoka Arnava means what? Arnava means
Ocean.
ocean. Sea. Arnava. So Shoka Arnava means
Distress.
Shoka Arnava means ocean of misery.
Ocean.
Or they have shed so much tears. They have created an ocean. And this ocean gets dried up. Tadaiva Shokarnava Shoshana. Shoshana means dried up. Nrinam. All the human beings need to tell. So Tadaiva Shokarnava Shoshanam Nrinam. And what is that? Yada Uttama Shloka Yashodhiyate. One who always converse the Uttama Shloka Yasha. Anugiyate means repeatedly they do it. Tathayan tatsya mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Purport.
Pure devotees whose characteristics are mentioned here engage themselves fully in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Their minds cannot be deviated from the lotus feet of Krishna. Sorry, Praj. Their talks are solely on the transcendental subjects. The symptoms of pure devotees are described in this verse specifically. Devotees of the Supreme Lord are 24 hours daily engaged in glorifying the qualities and the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Their hearts and souls are constantly submerged in Krishna, and they take pleasure in discussing him with other devotees.
Yeah. Continue.
In the preliminary stage of devotional service, they release the transcendental pleasure from the service itself, and in the mature stage, they actually situated in love of God. Once situated
So
in the
here you say the preliminary stage of the bhakti, that is called what bhakti? What is that
Sorry.
bhakti?
Sadhana Bhakti Prabhu.
sadhana bhakti. Why is sadhana bhakti? Preliminary stage. Then when it becomes mature, it becomes Naishkiti bhakti or Raganuga bhakti, Bhava bhakti. Okay. Mm. So we are talking about preliminary stage. So even in the preliminary sadhana bhakti stage, they release the transcendental pleasure first from the service itself. Hmm? Uh, and in a mature stage, they are actually situated in love of God. Hmm. Uh, so this is the way the growth of the bhakti lata which happens. Hmm. How? By the process of Shravana. And Shravanam process should continue. Even while doing this seva, the Shravanam is not compromised. Hmm? So that's what uh, here mentioned that implement. So once situated in that transcendental position, they can realize the highest perfection which is exhibited by the Lord in His abode. Hmm? Lord Chaitanya. That transcendental position is the sowing of the seed in the heart of living entity. So here, then he will go on describing about the growth of the Bhakti Lata. There are innumerable living entities traveling throughout the different planets of the universe. And out of them, there is very few who are fortunate enough to be sphere devotee and get it. So Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavana Jiva Guru Krishna Prasad Paye Bhakti Lata is that's what mentioned here. This devotional service is just like a seed and it is sown in the heart of living entity and if it goes on hearing and chanting the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare, that seed fructifies just as the seed of the tree fructifies with the regular waters. So this is that analogy, which comes even nectar of devotion also it is mentioned. It is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita so elaborately. The spiritual plant of the devotional service gradually grows and grows until it penetrates the covering of the material universe, enter into the Brahmacharya effulgence in the spiritual fire. In the spiritual fire, also that plant grows more and more until it reaches highest planet Goloka. Ultimately, the plant takes shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna and rests there. So that's the Prema Bhakti stage. He has reached to that. And gradually, as the plant grows, fruits and flowers, and the plant of the lotus produces fruits. What is that fruit? That is a Prema. That is, fruit is Prema. And the watering process in the form of Shravanam and Kirtana goes on. Shravanam and Kirtanam never stop. It's a continuous process. Kathayantacha mam nityam. This plan of devotional service is fully described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It is explained there that when the complete plan takes shelter under the lotus feet of Lord, one becomes fully absorbed in love of God. Then he cannot live even for a moment without being in contact with the Supreme Lord, just as fish cannot live without water. What I don't know. What? There can not be any better another this, isn't it? And in a such a state, the devotee actually attains transcendental qualities in contact with it. So here, analogy of the fish is given notice down. And previously, the analogy of the creeper of devotional service was given. So the next then paragraph is the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam comes. Srimad Bhagavatam is full of such narrations about the relationship between Lord and devotee. Therefore, Bhagavatam is very dear. Tad Vaishnavanam Priyam Amalam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam Tad Vaishnavanam Priyam. So that is 12:13. In this narration, there is nothing about material activities, economic development, self-gratification, or liberation. No Chatur Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. This is Panchama Purushartha. Bhakti is a Panchama Purushartha beyond Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. So Bhagavatam narration of is the transcendental nature of the Lord, and devotee is fully described. Thus, the realized soul in Krishna consciousness state continues faith and hearing such transcendental literatures just as a young boy and girl take pleasure in association. So that is the stage one need to reach. That. So here in this purport, there are almost three analogies mentioned. Hmm? Which are the three?
Fish and water.
Hmm?
boy and
Spiritual
girl,
creeper,
The
creeper
bird.
plant,
Hmm?
young girl and boy.
Yeah. So three analogies. Okay. Thank you. Now after now, this is the Abhidheya process. This is Abhidheya. This verse is about what devotee they do. Shravana and Kirtan. This is Abhidheya process. Now then they will get the prayojan, which is the next verse. 10 point. Then 10. तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते.
to those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me.
Hmm.
But in this
Here.
verse,
तेषां सततयुक्तानां सततं कीर्तयन्तो मां तदन्तश्चन्द्रभवता भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकम्, and they do the bhajan प्रीतिपूर्वकम्, and the Lord is telling Dadami, I give. Krishna gives. What? Buddhi Yoga. What is that Buddhi Yoga? This is Bhakti Yoga. As same thing was discussed and mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita 2.39 in Buddhi Yoga.
Hare
There
Krishna.
also.
Sorry, Prabhuji, your volume is again low.
Now it is low.
It's not about volume. The voice is not clear, I think. That's what.
Yeah, it is not clear. It is again a little low.
Yes,
Yes, Prabhu.
इको जैसा कुछ आ रहा है.
Because echo, there is some echo.
Yes,
इको
Prabhuji.
आ रहा है.
It is echoing also.
Echoing also.
Actually, I changed my room because I'm getting disturbed. Now here, I really don't know. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. It's testing, whether it is better. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Let me know whether it is becoming better. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Let me know whether it is becoming better. Hare Bol.
yes,
Volume is okay, but again, the voice is that echoing is there. That is the only problem for me. What I see. Volume is okay.
Let me know without headphone.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
His volume also breaking.
नेट बारिश हो रहा है प्रभु जी. नेटवर्क बहुत ब्लिंक हो रहा है.
Utkarsh is coming Prabhuji.
हॉटस्पॉट पे चल रहा है. हॉटस्पॉट पे चल रहा है मेरा. There is no direct connection for me internet today. That's what I was asking.
Prabhuji, I am coming. Please door open karo Prabhuji. We are coming Prabhuji.
Yeah, वो तो open है.
He told close Prabhuji. Lock. Open है.
कौन सा door? कौन सा उधर नहीं हूँ मैं. I'm not sitting there.
Huh? Where are you sitting Prabhuji?
I'm sitting up here.
Oh. Ha. Okay.
Because there's a lot of distraction on us, and there's a lot of in cold season it is more cold, and hot season it is very hot.
The internet connection is good, Prabhuji. There is no interruptions as such. Only thing, the voice is not clear. Otherwise, volume is okay.
speaker, same as the headphone, yeah, same as the system array, select the speaker. Hare Krishna. Check. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes.
Same, na? Same, na?
Huh.
Hare Krishna. Okay. फिर यहाँ
We
पे
are coming. एक मिनट.
Hare Krishna.
Only the effect of the room,
Krishna, Krishna,
that might be
Hare
the
Hare.
reason.
Maybe this room is very small. That means it is just 8 by 10.
Now voice is clear, but volume is low.
Yeah.
ऊपर में है actually. We told no.
Yeah. That's okay. Now it's improved. Is there any
Clarity is
improvement?
improved, volume is less closed.
Yeah. Yeah. Come.
Yeah.
They are getting echo.
echo.
Echo effect. Oh. I just now I changed this actually save and this.
Both I get. This both are not artificial. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Check. Echo. Check echo. Let me know. No reply.
Volume is okay, bro. Volume now increase. Echo is still there.
Echo is because of room. Switch off that. Hare Krishna. Is there any echo ka no.
Still,
It is better, I think. What others feel, they can tell.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
it's better.
Better pose.
Better pose.
Means this is not a mic. This also hearing. I am also hearing. He also hearing. Speak. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. That's fine.
Volume little bit increase.
Volume need to increase.
Yes, good.
So input volume.
Now it is better. Now it is
okay?
better, clear. Yes, very good.
That's fine. Fine. Okay. Hare
Yes, good. Now it is clear, coach. Now it is clear.
Thank you. Microphone array. That's what I need to select.
That is this laptop's microphone. We get option like
not this microphone.
No, that is the other one.
Okay, and when I say same as system means what?
Means here also the same.
Same, no? Here this or this. That's what I selected.
I also changed this noise removal also.
Acha. Now original sound for musicians.
Means basically direct sound.
Okay. Thank you.
Now it is clear, coach. Very clear.
Yeah. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Sorry for the interruption. So Buddhi Yoga. So I was mentioning about Buddhi Yoga. So Buddhi Yoga already it is mentioned in the verse 2.39. Kindly note it down. if you refer 2.39. So there also Buddhi Yoga comes. Mm, and here also same Buddhi Yoga terminology is used. That means that Buddhi Yoga what is mentioned in 2.39, that is also Bhakti Yoga only. Hmm? So it is something full blown lotus of Buddhi Yoga here. So Buddhi Yoga itself is an action in Krishna consciousness. And that is the action in Krishna consciousness is the highest intelligence. Kevala Bhakti, pure Bhakti. That's what Buddhi Yoga is all about. So Krishna is telling that I give them knowledge so that they can understand me. Dadami Buddhi Yogam tam yenamam upayantite. I give them knowledge. Then Chakravarti Thakur commentary, Arjuna said that you said that they are satisfied with the devotion unto you, but that Mechitta Madagata Pana Bodhayanta Parasparam Tatkathayanta Chamam Nityam Tushyanti Charavanti, they are satisfied with the devotion unto you, but how do they realize you directly? Then Krishna is telling, I give them Buddhi Yoga, which is inspiration within their heart. This is not coming from anywhere else, but from me. After attaining my mercy, I take charge of them by direct association with me. O ena mam upayanti te mam upayanti. And I take the responsibility by giving them knowledge. I take, that means dadami. I take responsibility. And this knowledge is not satoguna knowledge, but this knowledge comes from bhakti, and which dispels in darkness. Tesham evanukampatham aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayami. Like the bees, they enter into the lotus and dissipate. Like that, I enter into their heart. I enter into the heart of my devotee just like bees enter into the lotus. That's the analogy Chakravarti Thakur used. Wonderful. And then I dissipate their ignorance from their heart. So for devotee, I give them intelligence and thus I maintain them. What is maintenance? What is maintenance? Buddhi, that intelligence. Therefore, they need not go anywhere else. Where they go? Yanama upayanti. They will come to me. Yes, this is what Krishna's mercy. And for whom he gives that mercy, Tesham Satata Yuktahanam Bhajatam Priti. And Prabhupada writes in the purport, it will come. That sincere word comes. This is very important in the purport. Let us go through purport now.
Purport: in this verse, the word Buddhi Yogam is very significant. We may remember that in the second chapter of the Lord instructing Arjuna said that he had spoken to him of many things and that he would instruct him in the way of Buddhi Yoga. Now Buddhi Yoga is explained. Buddhi Yoga itself is action in Krishna consciousness. That is the highest intelligence. Buddhi means intelligence and Yoga means mystic activities or mystic elevation. When one tries to go back home, back to Godhead and takes fully to Krishna consciousness in devotional service, his action is called Buddhi Yoga.
See, this is the definition of Buddhi Yoga. That when one tries to go back home, back to Godhead and takes fully to Krishna consciousness in devotional service, his actions are called as Buddhi Yoga. Wow.
Shall I continue?
Yeah.
In other words, Buddhi Yoga is the process by which one gets out of the entanglement of this material world. The ultimate goal of progress is Krishna. People do not know this. Therefore, the association of devotees and a bona fide spiritual master are important. One should know that the goal is Krishna, and when goal is assigned, then the path is slowly but progressively traversed, and the
Tra-
ultimate
Traverse.
traversed, and the ultimate goal is achieved.
Hmm. So,
When
yes, ultimate goal is achieved. Hmm. Huh.
when a
Continue.
person
Hmm.
When a person knows the goal of life but is addicted to the fruits of activities, he is acting in Karma Yoga. When he knows that the goal is Krishna but he takes pleasure in mental speculation to understand Krishna, he is acting in Jnana Yoga. And when he knows the goal and seeks Krishna completely in Krishna consciousness and devotional service, he is acting in Bhakti Yoga or Buddhi Yoga, which is the complete yoga. This complete yoga is highest perfectional stage of life. A person may have bona fide spiritual master and may be attached to a spiritual organization, but if he is still not intelligent enough to make progress, then Krishna from within gives him instruction so that he may ultimately come to him without difficulty. The qualification is that a person always engage himself in Krishna consciousness and with love and devotion and render all kinds of services. He should perform some sort of work for Krishna, and that work should be with love. If a devotee is not intelligent enough to make progress on the path of self realization, but is sincere and devoted to the activities of devotional service, the Lord gives him a chance to make progress and ultimately attain to Him.
Very, very important, this statement. So in this paragraph, a person may have a bona fide spiritual master and he's also attached to spiritual organization. But if he's still not intelligent enough to make progress, then Krishna from within gives him instruction so that he may ultimately come to him without difficulty. But for whom then Krishna gives that intelligence? That is mentioned here, that the qualification is that a person always engage himself in Krishna consciousness with love and devotion, render all kind of services, and he should perform some sort of work for Krishna, and that work should be with love. What is that? He should work for Krishna. Krishna karma. Krishna karma, it is mentioned. That will come in 11.52 verse. Krishna karma krita. So that means he performs some work and the fruit of that work he offered to Krishna fully. That is called Krishna karma. And here if you see, he should perform some sort of work for Krishna, and that work should be with love. This is something very unique. See, when we say love and devotion, what is that love and devotion? What is your understanding? Performing activities with love for Krishna. When we can say among the two people there is a love?
Without expecting anything.
Unconditional.
Okay. Unconditional, yes, unconditional, without any expectation, all are right.
Following instruction of spiritual master.
Okay, as per the perform as per the instruction from spiritual master. Yeah. In Chaitanya Charitamrita there is a wonderful definition when they speak about prema. When we say they have prema, in a relationship there is every reason for the relationship to break, but still it doesn't break. That is love. In the relationship there is every reason for the relationship to break, but still it doesn't break. That's the Chaitanya Charitamrita definition of love. Another Chaitanya Charitamrita definition of love. कृष्णेर प्रीति इच्छा तार भले प्रेम, आत्मेंद्र प्रीति इच्छा धरे आत्मेंद्र प्रीति इच्छा तार भले काम, कृष्णेंद्रिय प्रीति इच्छा धरे प्रेम नाम. So this is the second definition of love, what is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. For the satisfaction of one's own senses, that is calm. And all that is done for the satisfaction of Krishna. I am working for Krishna. I am doing it for the pleasure of Krishna. That is love. Haribol, all devotees, every time you need to tell that you please keep your video on. All others, please. This Santoshima and Shreya. Yeah. So, okay. What I meant. Because for me, is a whole classroom. This is. It's clearly, it is visible who is where and who is doing what. It should be clear. Video is not that you show your one. So clearly it should be visible that what are you doing in a class. Are you simply giving your attendance, coming for the class, or you are really serious? See, because your definition of the bhakti is sincere and serious. So we also here want candidates those are sincere. Okay, sincerely attending. So, what I was mentioning, Atmendra Priti Icha Tarapala Kram, Krishnendriya Pricha Icha Dhare Premana. Second definition. Now, third definition, again from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Attention to the details is a sign of love. And for that, there is a story of Raghav Pandit and Damayanti. The way they did service, that was so pleasant to Chaitanya. See, their service, they were not big scholars. Defeating some, that was not the. They were simple cook. By cooking, they won the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just by cooking. And because they had that love, attention to the details, there is a story of coconut. All of you know. I think I have mentioned somewhere. So Raghav Pandit, once he brought a coconut, far off places, very sweet drinking water. He brought the special coconut to offer to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And his servant, while entering into the house, he observed that he was touching the ceiling. And then he entered and he touched the coconut. And Raghav Pandit thought, now these coconuts we cannot offer to the Lord because they are contaminated. Why? Because he touched this top ceiling of the door. Many people they come and they in and out from the same door. Probably the dust of the feet of there might have gone on top of those ceiling door, and the same dust he touched to the bhoga, and bhoga now is contaminated. It cannot be offered to Lord. We will say, okay, dholo na, पानी है थोड़ा, अंदर भी पानी है, ऊपर भी थोड़ा पानी डालो, धोलो थोड़ा, ऑफर करो. और we will say, I think he थोड़ा साइकिक है क्या, मेंटली कुछ प्रॉब्लम है क्या इनको, और we may say this is too much, he is fanatic, or we may say probably he is not so practical. Actually, Raghav Pandit rejected those coconut. Again, he brought those coconut for places and offered in purified. So, and that is the reason why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could personally come and accept those offering, whatever cooked by Raghav Pandit and Damayanti. With a great love, Raghav Pandit and Damayanti, they would send all the different offerings in the dry form in a Raghavara Jhali. They would send along with this Shivananda Sen so that Lord Chaitanya can relish it. And Lord Chaitanya, he would accept it with great relish, love, that offering. But Yome Bhaktya Prayachati Tadham Bhakti Apavritam Ashnami. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would eat that for next 8 months. Little he would take those dry items. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would relish what? The love of Raghav Pandita and Damayanti. And anyhow, personally also fresh items, he would go and accept whatever Raghav Pandit would offer at Panihati. So, because Raghav Pandit was blessed by Radharani. Whatever he would cook was like a nectar. Raghav Pandit. So, that is what love. Coming back to the point. Attention to the details is a sign of love. So here, last 3 lines, they are very important. Here it goes. If a devotee is not intelligent enough to make progress on the path of self-realization, but if he is sincere and devoted to the activities of the devotional service, the Lord gives him a chance to make progress. That means Lord gives him that intelligence to make progress, and so that he can come to him. Lord take the responsibility. What is the element, most important thing? Sincerity. That means things done with the love while offering to Krishna. Here comes a story of Srila Prabhupada when he was staying in Radha Damodar temple. Prabhupada noticed one old lady. She hardly able to walk, She was 90 plus age lady. And daily she would go with one big pot of water. She would go to Yamuna, fill it, and she would bring that pot of water for Radha Damodar Abhishek, fresh water from Yamuna. That time Yamuna was, of course, now also it is pure. We cannot see through our material eyes, but that time Yamuna water you can go and just drink. 1970s. So she would carry that water, Yamuna water, in big pot, and that was her everyday service, and she never took a holiday, because this is my service to Radha Damodar. I should go personally, although she was so old, but personally she would go and bring every day, and most amazing, nobody knew it that she is doing this seva. Early morning she would go, nobody noticed also she is bringing, nobody knew it. Otherwise nowadays somebody know, immediately they will click photo on YouTube, it will become viral. Nobody knew it that she doing this devotional service. But Prabhupada noticed that she is doing it daily. Lord will notice, pure devotee will notice, make note of it. Prabhupada mentions this. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, backside, so one lady was working, bringing all pots of water, filling the pots in Srivasana, and all devotees are doing nice kirtan, bhajan kirtan. But background seva somebody was doing, bringing those pots. They would do Abhishek of the Lord. And who's bringing that water? One Dukhi. Nobody knew that she is performing that seva, Dukhi was not temple president, neither she was great orator. Neither Dukhi was a counselor. Dukhi was simply a sincere, devoted lady who was serving as a maid servant of Shrivasa's servant, maid servant. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu noticed that she is bringing daily water and filling the pot in the background. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called her, praised her. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave her name. Now your name will be Sukhi, not Dukhi. You will become Sukhi. The hippies became happy. Similarly, Dukhi became Sukhi. Okay. So thus she got pure love of Godhead. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu awarded her pure love of Godhead because of her connection with Srivas Thakur and her sincere seva without any expectation of recognition that I am doing it. Yeah. Many devotees in our temple also. It's not that they simply sit on Vyasas and give class. May not know also. In the background, in the kitchen, they work hard since morning to evening to provide prasadam. The Sunday feast also many devotees goes. Nobody knows who is there, but we only know if salt is less or some atom becomes a little tasteless, then we ask who made it. Who is that person? So this is sincere and devoted to the activities of bhakti. Lord gives him intelligence. So this is the way they realize Krishna. Krishna gives intelligence. Tesham evanutam partham aham ajnanam tamanashayami atmabhavasto jnanadipena bhasvata.
To show them special mercy, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance.
So Krishna gives that knowledge. Chakravarti Thakur mentioned that this knowledge is not Satoguni, but knowledge comes from Bhakti, which dispels the darkness. And he tells that I give knowledge means what? I enter into the heart of the devotee, just like we enter into the lotus and dissipate ignorance. And I dissipate ignorance from that heart of devotee. So I give them intelligence. So nice. Further.
When Lord Chaitanya was in Banaras promulgating the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thousands of people were following him. Prakashananda Saraswati, a very influential and learned scholar in Banaras at that time, derided to Lord Chaitanya for being a sentimentalist. Sometimes Mayavadi philosophers criticize the devotees because they think that most of the devotees are in the darkness of ignorance and are philosophically naive sentimentalists.
Naive
Sentimentalists. Actually, that is not the fact. They are very, very learned scholars who have put forward the philosophy of devotion. But even if a devotee does not take advantage of their literatures or of his spiritual master, if he is sincere in devotional service,
again it is mentioned. See, but even if a devotee does not take advantage of their literatures or of his spiritual master, why he cannot take? Because he is not so scholar, he don't understand. Sometimes devotee may not even know how to read. So they does not take advantage of the literatures of the spiritual master, but if he is sincere in his devotional service, he is held by Krishna himself within his heart. Again, the repeated word saying is sincere.
If he is sincere in his devotional service, he is helped by Krishna himself within his heart.
Again, so the sincere devotee, again word comes engaged.
So the sincere devotee engaged in Krishna consciousness cannot be without knowledge. The only qualification is that one carry out devotional service in full Krishna consciousness.
Okay.
The Mayavadi philosophers think that without discriminating one cannot have pure knowledge. For them, this answer is given by the Supreme Lord. Those who are engaged in pure devotional service, even though they be without sufficient education and even without sufficient knowledge of the Vedic principles, are still helped by the Supreme God, as stated in this verse. The Lord tells Arjuna that basically there is no possibility of understanding Supreme
So
Truth.
that verse is Yasya Deva Parabhakti Yata Deva Tatha Guru Tasye Dehe Kathita Hi Artha Prakashante Mahatmana. That is the verse.
The Lord tells Arjuna that basically there is no possibility of understanding the Supreme Truth, the Absolute Truth, the Supreme Personality of a Godhead, simply by speculating, for the Supreme Truth is so great that it is not possible to understand Him or to achieve Him simply by making a mental effort. Man can go on speculating for several millions of years, and if he is not devoted, if he is not a lover of Supreme Truth, he will never understand Krishna or the Supreme Truth. Only by devotional service is the Supreme Truth. Please.
What is the verse in Brahma Samhita?
Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena.
Santa Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti. Yes,
Yeah, that is there. Only by devotional service one can be. But before that a man can go on speculating for several millions of years, and if he is not devoted, if he is not the lover of Supreme, he will never understand Krishna. Panthastu koti shatavatsara sampragamyo Vayorathapi manaso munipungavana Sopyasti yat prapadasanna vichantya tatve Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. He can travel with the speed of the wind or mind. Shatavatsara, for many years. Still he will not reach even at the nakha of the lotus feet of the Lord. The munis, those who are the speculators. This is for the speculator. They can go on speculating for millions and millions of years. They will not reach to the lotus feet. But Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokajanti Yam Shama Sundarama Chintya Gunaswarupam. The pure devotee always has Krishna within his heart, and with the presence of the Krishna, who is just like the sun, the darkness of the ignorance is at once dissipated. This is the special mercy rendered to the pure devotee by Krishna. Continue.
Due to the contamination of material association through many millions of births, one's heart is always covered with the dust of materialism. But when one engages in devotional service and constantly chants Hare Krishna, and dust quickly clears, and one is elevated to the platform of pure knowledge.
What is that? Shloka.
Cheto Darpana
Bhavanam Janmanam.
Yeah. That means Cheto Darpana is also comes. Darpanama. Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam. Vidya Vadhu Jivan. Vidya Vadhu Jivan. And there also. The Sankirtan movement. The heart of the dust of the heart get dissipated by the chanting of Hare Krishna. That's what here it is mentioned, that when one engages in devotional service and constantly chant Hare Krishna, the dust quickly clears. Cheto darpana mahapena bhava mahadavagne nirvartam. Shreya kairava chandrika vidya jivam. Yes.
The ultimate goal, Vishnu, can be attained only by this chant and by devotional service, and not by mental speculation or argument. The pure devotee does not have to worry about material necessities of life. He need not be anxious, because when he removes the darkness from his heart, everything is provided automatically by the Supreme Lord, who is pleased by the loving devotional service of the devotee. This is the essence of the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. By studying Bhagavad Gita,
what is the connection? The pure devotee does not have to worry about the material necessities of life. He need not be anxious, because when he removes the darkness within the heart, everything provided automatically. Everything is provided automatically by the Supreme Lord. By the Supreme Lord. Verse.
Yogakshema Bharamyanam.
Right. What is that verse? Ananyaschintayanto maha ye jana parupasate tisha nityabhikuttanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Ananyaschintayanto maha. So, Lord, who is pleased by the loving devotional service of the devotee. This is the essence of the teaching of Bhagavad Gita. By studying Bhagavad Gita, one can become a soul completely surrendered to the Supreme Lord and engage himself in pure devotional service. As the Lord takes charge, one becomes completely free from all kind of materialistic endeavors. So when the darkness of the heart is removed, material necessities are fulfilled. Hare Krishna. So, wonderful purport. Prabhupada. So now we have few more minutes to go. We will go for next verse also. So now next section 12 to 18 is about as I mentioned yesterday, let me remind all of you, now your open book assignment verses are over and you can go ahead, and I'll always look for the personal application. Many things which I mentioned in the class, and also you can also study and you can think how is that these verses are applicable for you. Okay, that is the main focus of learning, and it will be individually, will be different. That's why you cannot copy others' realization. Let that realization get down within the heart. So for that we need to be sincere. So to write the OBA, we need to be sincere. That is the qualification. Arjuna Uvacha. Now this next section 12 to 18 is Arjuna is speaking, and what is that basically? How he understood the Lord, that he is Param Brahma, Param Dham. That is a result of Shravanam. And if you see back, now this is a 10 point, almost 12 verse. And Arjuna, I think, spoke in the verse quite before, I think, 8th chapter he spoke. The 8th chapter, 9th chapter, 10th chapter, he's simply hearing, because Krishna told that just you abhi suno. तो वो चुप बैठे और just सुनते रहे. अर्जुन उवाच कभी आए ही नहीं बीच में, तब भगवान ही उवाच है till now. And now here Arjuna Uvacha, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's Arjuna always speak in every verse. But Bhagavad Gita's Arjuna, He is not speaking. Mm. So he spoke now, okay? He's simply hearing. So the way the Arjuna has realized the Krishna is just because the result of hearing. That's why he's free from doubt and accepting Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. And now, after hearing that, then again he will request Krishna, Krishna, tell me more opulences about you. So that's what the result of hearing. We want to hear more and more. Ruchiram namam namam. So, Kathayantaccha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Arjuna uvacha param brahma param dhama pavitram paramam bhavam purusham shasvatam divyam adidevam ajam vibhu ahusvam rishya sarve. We have not recited these verses. Let us recite 12 to 18. Arjuna uvacha param brahma param dhama pavitram paramam bhavan purusham shasvatam divyam adidevam ajam vibhu ahusvam rishayat sarve devarshi naradattatha asito devalo vyasa swayam chaiva bravishi me sarvametat kritam manye यन्मां वदसि केशव नहि ते भगवन् व्यक्तिं विदुर्देवान् दानवा स्वयमेवात्मनात्मानं विद्धत्तं पुरुषोत्तम भूतभावन भूतेश देवदेव जगत्पते वक्तुम् अर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्याजात्मविभूतयः याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां स्वं व्याप्य तिष्ठसि कथं विद्यामहं योगिं त्वं सदा परिचिन्तयन् केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्तोऽसि भगवन् मया विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम्. So Arjuna Uvacha. Actually, these all verses are worthy of memorization. Arjuna Uvacha. Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavam Purusham Shasvatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhu Ahutvam Rishayat Sarve Devarshi Naradattatha Asito Devulo Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Bravishi me.
Arjuna said, "You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. All the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vyasa confirm this truth about you, and now you yourself are declaring it to me."
So especially after hearing the four essential shlokas of the Bhagavad Gita, which is Chatushloki from Krishna, Arjuna in the following verses glorify Krishna's supremacy and expresses his desire to hear more about his vibhutis. So here he is mentioning that, O Lord, you are Param Brahma. That means you are supreme truth. Param Dhama. Dhama means basically Ashraya. Substance. You are the Ashraya, Supreme Ashraya, Pavarandhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavam. You are purest, Paramam Bhavan. You are Supreme Lord, Purusham. You are Adi Purusham or Purushottamam. Purusham, not ordinary Purusha. Shasvatam Purusham, eternal. Divyam, you are Divyam Purusha, transcendental. Adidevam, you are the origin of all the demigod. Ajam, you are unborn. Vibhum, you are the greatest. And this is not, I am speaking because I am your friend. No. Ahusvam bhija sarve devarshi naradastata asito devalo vyasa. These are all great rishis. He is listing Ahus, Swam, Rishiyas sarve. All these rishis is enlisting that I am speaking. All these rishis sarve like Devarshi, Narada, then Asita, Devala, then Vyasa, and today Swayam cha eva bravishi me aham sarvasva prabhavo mattam sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha. Swayam cha eva bravishi me, you yourself also spoke the same truth. So that's why I am fully accepting this as it is. I don't have any doubt. Purport.
In these two verses, the Supreme Lord gives a chance to the Mayavadi philosophers, for here it is clear that the Supreme is different from the individual soul. Arjuna, after hearing essential 4 verses of Bhagavad Gita in this chapter, became completely free from all doubts and accepted Krishna as the Supreme Personality of a Godhead. He at once bodily declares, "You are Param Brahma, the Supreme Personality of a Godhead." And previously, Krishna stated that he is the originator of everything and everyone. Every demigod, every human being is dependent on him. Men and demigods, out of ignorance, think that they are absolute and independent of the Supreme Personality of a Godhead. That ignorance is removed perfectly by the discharge of devotional service. This has already been explained in the previous verse by the Lord. Now, by his grace, Arjuna is accepting him as the supreme truth. In concordance with the Vedic injunction, it is not that because Krishna is Arjuna's intimate friend, Arjuna is flattering him by calling him the Supreme Personality of a Godhead, the absolute truth. Whatever Arjuna says in these 2 verses is confirmed by the Vedic truth. Vedic injunctions affirm that only one who takes to devotional service to the Supreme Lord can understand him, whereas other cannot. Each and every word of this verse spoken by Arjuna is confirmed by Vedic injunction.
So ultimate test is Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Whatever speaking, whether it is approved by Shastra. And that's what already Prabhupada has quoted so many shlokas from Upanishad to prove that Krishna is the Supreme. Krishna is the Adi of everything. Narayana is Adi of everything. Okay? That's what Guru and Sadhu and Shastra, they should have spoken. Yes.
In the Kena Upanishad, it is stated that Supreme Brahman is the rest for everything. And Krishna has already explained that everything is resting on him. The Mukunda Upanishad confirms that Supreme Lord, in whom everything is resting, can be realized only by those who engage constantly in thinking of him. This constant thinking of Krishna is Smaranam, one of the methods of devotional service.
So it is constantly thinking of him. Tesham satata yuktana. And Supreme Lord, everything is resting on him. Mattam sarvam pravartate. So this constant thinking of Krishna is Smaranam. One of the method of bhakti, Navavidha bhakti. And it is only by devotional service to Krishna that one can understand his position and get rid of his material body. Continue.
In the Vedas, the Supreme Lord is accepted as the purest of the pure. One who understands that Krishna is the purest of pure can become purified from all sinful activities.
Which word is now?
Pavitram Paramam.
Pavitram. Previous everything resting on Krishna, that is what? Param Dhama. Okay? One word is explaining Pavitra. Krishna is the purest of the pure.
One cannot be disinfected from sinful activities unless he surrenders unto the Supreme Lord. Arjuna's acceptance of Krishna as the Supreme Pure compiles with the ingestion of Vedic literature. This is also confirmed by great personalities, of whom Narada is the chief. Krishna is the supreme personality of a God.
Krishna is like a disinfecting agent. Like detergent they say, na? If you use this detergent. Krishna is not just pure, but one who comes in contact with Krishna also become pure. Shuddham apapa viddham. What? In Ishopanishad. Yeah. Shuddham apapa viddham. Ashnaviram shuddham apapa viddham. In the body of Krishna there are no veins. Ashnavi. Shuddham, he is a pure. Apapa viddham. One who comes in contact with him also become pure. Just like a sun. Impure, like stool, urine also come into contact with the sun. It absorbs all the bad part, and he makes it pure. Similarly, Krishna, one who comes in contact with Krishna, he removes all sin and he makes him pure. Pavitram. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and one should always meditate upon him and enjoy one transcendental relationship with him. He is the supreme existence and is free from bodily needs, birth and death. Not only does Arjuna confirms this, what is that? That Adidam Ajam Vibhum, but all the Vedic literature, the Puranas and histories. In all the Vedic literature, Krishna is thus described, and the Supreme Lord himself also says in the 4th chapter that although I am unborn, I appear on this earth to establish religious principles. What is that? Verse 4th chapter. Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami. I come, although I am unborn, but I just come to establish dharma. Janma karma chame divyam. Thus the janma and karma of the Lord are divyam, transcendent. So he is the supreme origin. He has no cause, and he is the cause of all causes, where everything is emanating from him. Where it is mentioned?
Aham sarvasya prabhu.
Aham sarvasya prabhu. And yes, and in Brahma Samhita also, Sarva Karana Karanam. This perfect knowledge can be had by the grace of the Lord. Here Arjuna expresses himself through the grace of Krishna. If we want to understand Bhagavad Gita, we should accept the statement in these 2 verses. This is called Parampara system, acceptance of the disciple succession. Unless one is in the disciple succession, cannot understand Bhagavad Gita. It is not possible by so-called academic education. And unfortunately, those proud of their academic education, despite so much evidence in the Vedic literature, stick to their obstinate conviction that Krishna is an ordinary person. Avajananti mamura bhamshiltanvashi. Okay. So that's all. Today's tomorrow will continue. That how Arjuna, whatever he spoken and heard from his sages, he accept, which is very rare. To know Krishna, nobody can understand. But by mercy of Krishna and spiritual master, one can understand Krishna to some extent. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी।
Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.
Dandavat pranam. So who is that hiding behind?
I told you, Prabhuji. You said this, sir. Please tell me Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Please tell me this, sir.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
हाँ, दंडवत प्रणाम।
प्रभु जी वो कुछ क्लासेस में बेटी का एग्जाम रहता था तो मैं आधा घंटा ऐसा लास्ट वीक का पूरा मेरा मिस हो गया।
हाँ,
लास्ट
तो
हाफ एन आवर उसका
हाँ
ऑनलाइन नहीं हुआ है ये अपलोड थोड़ा
नहीं हुआ
आयतन
है।
पकड़
अच्छा, ओके।
नहीं हुआ है।
I'll request. I'll request. बाय डिफॉल्ट YouTube पे ये रिकॉर्डिंग चल रहा है और वो बाय डिफॉल्ट अपलोड हो जाता है। वो लिंक जो दिया
कौन
है
से
आपने चेक
कहाँ पे
किया?
प्रभु जी?
लिंक
इसको धारवाड़।
डिस्क्रिप्शन में लिंक है इस ग्रुप के।
ओके ओके ठीक है प्रभु जी।
हाँ, इस डिस्क्रिप्शन में भी लिंक है। यू कैन
Okay,
गो
Prabhu.
थ्रू दैट। ओके, थैंक यू। हरे कृष्ण।
ओके प्रभु, थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
हरि बोल, थैंक यू।